autumn, isn't it? It's arrived.
I ordered our Christmas tree today.
It is getting Christmassy now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It
is.
It's Christmas lights going on this week in Palma.
There are.
The beautiful autumnal T-shirt weather November has given way to drizzle.
Pissing down rain,
It's a bit, isn't it?
Ollie.
The old man is definitely snoring, and it's going to rain all week.
What
and
do
then
you
it's
mean
going to
the
get
old
colder.
man is snoring?
It's raining, it's pouring.
Oh, okay.
The old man is snoring.
Not everybody who listens to this is going to understand that.
True enough. Or possibly you. But
I'm just acting on behalf of our listener.
we had a very good Mallorcan autumnal weekend. Really perfect blue skies, nice warm weather.
It was lovely.
And some harvest festivals. It's harvest. You can't move for fiestas at this time of year, can you?
It was a very nice day yesterday. We went to Escapadea and we had banyoles. I made a little video of eating banyoles. If you look on our social media, you'll see it. And it was a very nice day, sunshiny and lovely and blue. But today, wall-to-wall rain.
Yeah, and it was the Olive Fair in Kaimari, which we've been to before. We didn't go this year, but
Can't be in two places at the same time.
Not really. But all of the villages have some form of, I think we mentioned this before, some form of local speciality, or just having a knees up, really, for no apparent reason other than it's quite nice to have a knees up.
It was perfect weather for golf yesterday as well.
Was it?
And it was the Handisport golf tournament. And the guy that we're interviewing today, in the interviewee bit, is Rafa from Handisport, and he talks about
We're going to go right into the
foundation.
interview then, seeing as you've teed it up. So, how long have we known Rafa? Long time.
Really long time. Rafa is a really cool guy, and I hope you enjoy this interview.
Here's Rafa.
So today we have with us in the studio a lovely friend, a very old friend actually, Rafa Winckelmann, who is coming. I haven't seen you in a really long time. How long has it been?
I don't know. I think it was last time, wasn't it, with Sonamar, when we did that event, the anniversary?
Wow, what a long time ago.
Yeah, quite a few years.
How are you keeping, Rafa?
Great, I'm doing great. Thanks very much.
So I've known you since my Mood Beach days. I think that's when we did a couple of events for Fundació Handisport.
That's correct. Yep.
And you are still the president of this organisation.
Yeah, I've become the president. My mother retired from being the president recently, and so we're undergoing a few structural changes. And so I will be more or less the president. I don't know how you say in English, in funciones, and I will be president sometime next month.
Oh, you're being sworn in like the president of the United States.
Yeah. That's it.
So, what does Fundació Handisport do? What is the role that it takes in the Balearics?
Well, Handisport Foundation. I mean, we started. I think it was about 17 years ago, something like that. The idea was to start doing sport and leisure activities for people with disabilities. Okay, so it originally started out just by we had a series of sports which could be done here on the island, which were golf. We could do diving, water skiing. 4x4 vehicles up in the mountain here in Galazzo, in Calvia. A series of activities. Blow karting.
Sorry, what karting?
Blow kart. It's blow kart. It's wind sailing. Land sailing.
God.
Land sailing. We
That
do that.
sounds dangerous.
It can be, but it isn't. It's really, really very safe, and it's just like a cart that's blown by wind.
So these are sports that could be people with like limited mobility could do.
It's actually for anyone with any disability. It depends. We have the instructors who are prepared to help out if someone needs any help. If it's just a physical disability, well, that makes it a little bit easier, depending on the disability. I mean, we have to adapt to whatever comes. Okay, so for example, if the sports are all chosen to be sports that can be done on individually, but in a group, but belonging to a group. So I mean, we're not talking about a basketball team, things like that, where you need a whole team to actually do it. But we can do, it's like, for example, water skiing, where you can come over here and go water skiing with your, not the same board, obviously, but with your friends and family, you'll be on the boat. Or you can go blow karting, which is land sailing on the same place as any people who don't have disability. And the idea is for anyone to be able to handle all this equipment on their own. Okay, so that's the way we started. We had this series of sports that we could do. And we had people coming over from other parts of Europe. So as they came over, we started finding that people don't only they want to come and practice sports, but they don't only want to come and practice sports. They have to know, they have to stay at a hotel, they have to go to restaurants, they have to do some tourism. They have to do a lot of things other than just playing sports. So we started getting involved in a little bit more tourism activities, finding hotels and organizing events and so on. And that's how we more or less started.
Where on the island would these guys be staying? Up north, down south, or all over the place?
All our activities are now, but we started off in the Ayuntamiento de Calvia, which is where we had most of our activities and hotels and so on. And then since Mallorca, it's not that big. I mean, people can stay in Palma and they can come over here. Some of the activities we have, like for example, sailing, we do in Palma. The blow cart we do in Binisalem. The water skiing we do here in Palma Nova. The hand cycling, which is another one of the events where the activities we've just included that we can do here or in any other part of the island. So basically all over the island, but not too far, about 25 kilometers at the most.
Ollie knows quite a famous hand cyclist, Karen Dark.
I know her,
Have you met her?
Yes, I met her, yeah.
She's
I met
a
her in
legend.
Poyensa a long time ago, yeah. Actually, I think she's taking part in this Mallorca cycling tour, which is being organized.
Yeah, I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people, like regular people that haven't had a bad thing happen to them, have no idea how tough you have to be to go through what someone like Karen has been through. So I think that she can't use the lower half of her body, and that she's only able to use her thoracic area, and then everything is powered with her arms.
Yeah, no, she does quite well actually.
Yeah,
it all depends. I mean, there's so many types of disabilities, and even the same accident can make you have different disabilities.
Sure.
I've got a friend who's just gone up to this mountain in Africa. I can't remember which one it is. And he's been helped by about 20 people, to go all the way up to the mountain.
Wow.
Hand cycling, the same thing with hand cycling. He's also probably, his name is Mitch, is actually the person who introduced me to sports for people with disabilities.
Why is it, I feel like I know the answer to this question, but let's talk about it anyway. Why is it so important that a sport is accessible to everybody?
Well, obviously, it's the same way that sports is good for anyone, because it keeps you healthy, it keeps your mind clear. For people with disability, it's not only something that you do for pleasure, but it's also something you actually need to do. You can do physiotherapy, which is something, for example, depending on the disability, right? But for example, doing sports for someone like me, in my case, I'd have to do physiotherapy and exercise every day, or just about every day, to try keep fit and to try keep healthy and live as long as I can. For people with all sorts of disabilities, it's not only just the fact of being healthy and keeping fit, but it's also something that's a little bit more social. I mean, the idea of the foundation when I started it was because after the accident I said, okay, now if I want to do something, I tried diving with this friend of mine called Mitch. He introduced me to diving. I was like, wow, I didn't know I could do this.
Diving, as in subaqua diving.
Yep, scuba diving.
With an air bottle.
With an air bottle, yeah.
Wow. I mean, maybe because this is an audio podcast, so people don't necessarily know what your situation is. So if you would mind, in your own words, describing what's going on.
Of course, yeah. Well, I had a motorbike accident 20-something years ago, and I broke my neck, so that depending on where you break your spinal cord, you can move one thing or another. So if you break your neck, you won't be able to move your arms, in which case you become a quadriplegic. And as you go down, the further down you break your spinal cord, you don't move things underneath that level. Right? So I'm a C4, C5, which means I broke my neck. And at first I couldn't move my arms. And then I gradually recovered because it was an incomplete spinal cord injury, which means that I recovered part of my right side. So I can more or less move my right arm and my right leg, and I can more or less stand up. So that's how I more or less managed to move around. Mm-hmm. But that lets me move around and drive if I have to drive, which I do. And whatever I have to do, I have to handle with my right arm and my right leg.
How old were you when you had this accident?
1999, so that'll be 28 years old.
Wow.
27, 28, yeah.
That's, I mean, like a complete life-changing situation, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. I was talking about it another day on some social media, and it is life changing. Of course, it is. I mean, it takes your independence away, which is quite a big deal. But it's a lot the way you take it. What I was saying before, I started doing the Handisport because what I wanted to do is I thought, well, if I've had an accident, why should I change friends? Why should I change my way of doing things? So I tried finding activities that I could share with my friends and family. Okay, so all of the activities I chose the ones that I could choose so I could actually share them and go up to the mountain or do water skiing or play golf so I could do it with people. When you have an accident, you can take it two ways. You can either say, okay, this is the end. There's some people on social media saying, my son has just had an accident. I don't know if I should help him to recover or if this is it. Some things that when you're not living through it, it seems a lot more difficult than it actually is. But being inside and having the accident, the only idea that I had was just to get out of bed as soon as possible, get out of the hospital, and start doing exercise and getting back with your life. There's really not much you can do about it. Just hope to keep fit, keep healthy, and wait for for science to
Catch up.
Catch up, yeah. I've been thinking about that for 20-something years.
Mate, come on, science. It's pointing to the tap dance again.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my ideas now, just to keep healthy. Keep healthy, so when science gets there, my body's still prepared to recover as soon as possible.
I see that.
If it gets there.
I see that mindset. Mm-hmm. It's important to have that kind of like preparing for the best in the future.
Yeah,
I get it.
It takes time. I mean, 20-something years of having this sort of attitude, thinking, okay, it will arrive. When it arrives, I want to be ready.
And is it any closer?
It seems to be getting closer. I think, there's quite a lot of things going on at the moment, different experiments with stem cells and a lot of robotics, with robotic engineering and the IA, which applied to that. I think Elon Musk is also doing something with neuro something. Well, I can't remember.
Elon Musk,
yeah. Yeah, but he's
love him or hate him.
Yeah, but in this case, I mean, if he's getting involved in robotics and helping people with disabilities move around and all that implies, good.
Okay,
good.
We'll be his fan if he can get you.
Yeah. I'll buy a Tesla if I have to. Yeah.
We'll vote for you, Elon, because that's inevitable.
Yeah.
So, going back to Handisport, so looking at things like accessibility of hotels, accessibility of restaurants, just generally anybody visiting on the island. Back in the day, back 17 years ago, do you see? Was it okay then? And if not, has it improved now?
It was. There were quite a lot of accessible places. But one of the things we did, the idea basically when we started here with the Ayuntamiento de Calviá, I started working in the town hall, was to actually in a positive way, to try making things accessible. If we bring people in wheelchairs or any sort of disability, they walk by a restaurant, they go by, one of them has a step or two steps, and the other one has a ramp. They'll probably go to the one with the ramp.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the way we're trying to think. So when the restaurant sees, wait, they're going into the restaurant next door, they're not coming to mine. Why is that? I better put a ramp. It's as simple as that. So that was the way I trying to incentivize accessibility. From then on, we've worked with the local government. We've worked with the town halls to try and build accessibility plans, which takes a long time. They do try and do some things, but it's still a bit slow. We've done quite a lot. We've promoted through fairs. We've worked with the Fundació Mallorca Turismo to try and promote accessibility, and some things are being done, but of course not at the pace that they should be.
Because it's an untapped market, I think, because there are plenty of people, not just handsome young motorbike riders who've had a life-changing accident, but older people as well who just through degeneration of their bodies use wheelchairs. It's not just about people coming to play golf. Everybody who uses any kind of mobility aid should be considered, really.
Yeah.
And also, hang on, I just remember something that like when Gigi, my daughter was a baby, even things like the width of the pavements, you know, like you couldn't push a buggy along some of the pavements. You ended up in the road.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's the case I have right now in my house. We're trying to redo the whole, all the tarmac. I'm trying to talk to the town hall to get that done properly. Because at the moment, I have to go on the road. I have to go on the street, you know, and go from one place to another. But accessibility is something that it's necessary for many people, like myself. But it benefits everyone. We're talking about, as you said, elderly people, baby buggies, everyone. As soon as they see something that's accessible, just by coincidence, they start using it because it gives doors are wider, the ramps are there, the bathrooms are bigger. Everything seems to be more comfortable and gives more of a luxury aspect. So it benefits the island in every way.
So, what's the kind of current condition, do you think, of the accessibility levels of Mallorca, from your own perspective, Rafa?
Yeah, they seem to be getting better. Okay, what would be ideal is to get this specific budget set for accessibility, which I don't know if it's being done at the moment. But they're more or less what they're doing is when they're repairing things, that is when they make them accessible, which is okay. It's a good step. I mean, when they have to do something, they put they lower the sidewalks.
Pavement, yeah.
The pavement. They sorry, my American.
Yeah, you did an American on me. It's okay. We can stick in a sidewalk.
Okay, so yeah, they're doing that, and things are getting a lot. They are getting better. As I said, hotels are starting to make things accessible. From I don't know a few years ago, every time you change the activity of a company, it has to be made accessible by law.
Meaning ramps in,
exactly,
widening room doors
access
into bathrooms, that sort of thing.
For example, they have to have accessible bathrooms. That means they have to make the doors wider. Under the sink has to be free, so we have some leg space. Has to be some bars there to lean on. Just making toilets accessible. Or some
Installing a lift.
Installing a lift, yeah. The thing is, people
It's
don't
expensive though, huh?
It is, and people don't want to spend. Don't want to spend some money. Or can't.
I mean, that putting a lift in is a thing.
Yeah, there are ways of doing things. I mean, it's not. People always think that making things accessible is going to be a big expense. It is. I would consider it many times. It's an investment more than an expense. But it's also there's also ways around it. I mean, it's when we're in a wheelchair, we know that people want to see. I mean, people with disabilities. That it's maybe not going to be accessible. But there are ways around it. I mean, people can be helpful. I mean, they can have, even if it's not, they haven't made a ramp. If they have a ramp available there and they have a doorbell, they can actually work through it. I mean, it's just, as long as you see the intention and they trying to help and trying to make it work for you, usually that's okay until things are done by law and they're actually made completely accessible. But that'll take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so we haven't got like a. I remember in England there was like a big, in the 90s there was a big Disability Act about making things more accessible. It was the same thing happened in Spain, I assume, because it would have been Europe-wide.
Yeah, they did. They do have they have it. The thing is, you know how the government here, there's a national plan, then there's an a plan autonomic for the Balearic Islands, and then there's the town halls who can actually go a little bit deeper. I mean, obviously they have to go for the most restrictive one. But they do have all these plans and they do have all these things. They do bring out grants to make things accessible. And they try to organize accessibility things and events and plans and things. Sometimes they work, in my opinion, not as fast as they should be.
So what can we do to push it along? Is that like, I mean, if you're in a wheelchair or something is preventing you from using a building or attending an event, what's your process? Like, what can you do?
Okay, if you want to go to events, for example, that sometimes it's a little bit tricky. I do know that many people try their best to make it accessible. The Auditorio de Palma, they do try and They do try and do their best to make it accessible. But all we can do is just either place complaints. Whenever I say, okay, I should be able to get here, they tell you, okay, place a complaint. So that's at the moment. That's the way around it. We have to place complaints and say, okay, this should be accessible. But even when the local buildings, the government buildings, are not completely accessible, you can see that there's still quite a way to go.
This it's kind of a joke, isn't it? If the government buildings aren't accessible,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, everybody. They might be using old buildings, but it's a good example of like, okay, you need to make some adaptations here to make sure every single citizen can get in.
Yeah, I mean, for example, I was in quite a few years ago. I was in Greece, and the Acropolis was accessible.
No way.
Yeah, well, more or less accessible.
Yeah.
They had this lift in the back, and so I mean, there are ways to do this. The thing is, we sometimes have to find the fight against what's it called, patrimonio.
Like cultural.
The cultural
or heritage.
Heritage protection.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get those fighting against us. Saying no, we can't touch this floor because it's a floor that was built, whatever. Okay, well, just put some wooden ramp on top.
Yeah.
Or there are ways around things.
Yeah.
Just don't give it a no just to start.
So if people want to come to visit Mallorca, do you guys have any kind of directory of accessible hotels?
No, there are some around. I think the Consell de Mallorca had a plan. We helped doing some studies. That was quite a few years ago, about 5-6 years ago, where we did a study of about, I think it was 30, 40 hotels. We worked with companies like Iberostar, where we get the training for the directors of the hotels, because basically those are the ones that are actually going to make things accessible and more comfortable for you. We studied a few hotels, and we said we didn't give an approval, but we did say what exactly we thought that could be done in those hotels. As I said, there's so many disabilities that it's not if things are accessible, in my opinion, if things are accessible or not, but if that is accessible for you. Right? So what I want to know is maybe, for example, to be on the toilet, someone needs strong bars. Some don't. Some maybe can stand up and turn. Some need one thing, some need another. So what we want to know is what the width of the door, in case I'm in a wheelchair. But if I use crutches, I might not need that same width. So it's just know exactly what things are like. So that'll tell us if that is accessible for us or not.
So the work of the Handisport Foundation these days, what are you focusing on?
At the moment, we continue with our activities. We've just introduced a new one, which is hand cycling, where we have hand bikes here for rental.
You're just plaguing us road users with yet more bikes. Is that
We try.
I'm joking.
No, but we do try. I mean, we've all got to live with cyclists, but we do try to, to go on the paths on those paseos that we have, because with people who don't have much experience anyway, we don't want to be on the road.
They're very low down as well.
There's all sorts. There's just normal wheelchairs where you attach
really?
Yeah, like similar to the one I have, this little motorbike. But instead of that, it's just something that you get some pedals for your arms right in front of you. So those can be used perfectly, which is the same height. And then there's also what they call the recumbent type.
Yes.
Which those are the ones where you're basically just lying down completely, just about flat.
Scary.
Yeah, and you need a little flag so they can see you on the road. But anyway, we use those. So along the paseo, we're still doing the sailing, of course. We're doing the water skiing as well, and as from next year, we're going to start doing wakeboard, but for professionals, for people who want to become professional wakeboarders.
Wow.
We're going to do this in Palma Nova. We're going to start next year. And of course, we're very focused on golf, where we're having, this is going to be the 10th year, we're organizing the Handisport Mallorca Open, where we're having people from 14 countries coming over. I'd say about 100 people are coming over to play golf.
Wow.
With all sorts of disabilities.
When is it going to be?
It'll be on from the 11th to the 16th of November.
And it's a competition.
It's a competition, yeah. It qualifies for the EDGA, for the world classification, And people with all sorts of disabilities, people in wheelchairs, where they use a vehicle called the Paramotion or the Paragolfer.
Is that the one where it kind of like tips you up like a crane?
Exactly, yeah.
Is that the right? I don't know how to explain it so that somebody who's listening will. Does it kind of like forces you into a standing position? Doesn't
That's
it?
exactly right. Yeah, you have some sort of cushions in front of your knees, so that locks them in position, and then the seat moves up. You've got this sort of a seat belt, which holds you in place just in case you don't have the upper body control. And once you have that, you have the on the side you have for the clubs,
That's
and you
hard.
can use
It's still hard.
It is hard, yeah, but it's.
I just shot. Ollie and I just photographed a golf event at the end of when was it? The beginning of this month. And it's hard enough. Golf is hard enough if you've got full control of all of your limbs by the looks of it and can see what you're doing. People are getting so cross, like as soon as they've got a camera like knocking about as well, like it makes them stressed.
Yeah.
But people were getting so cross because they couldn't get what they want. They couldn't get their eagle or their birdie or whatever it was.
Yeah, no, in this case we have all sorts of disabilities. I mean, we've got the people using the Paragolf or the Paramotion. Then we've got people with crutches if they have all sorts of disabilities. Anyone can play. That's one of the magic things about golf. Everyone can take part, and it becomes a very nice place, to make friends and to be out in the air, and it's even healthy because these machines sometimes they make you stand up, which is something that people in wheelchairs usually don't do.
It's good for your lymphatic system.
It is exactly for the bloodstream, and it's very good.
Yeah, and your hips.
The hips, exactly.
Yes, anyone who sits down a lot will know about the stiff hip situation.
Yeah.
I've got no excuse, and I've got stiff hips. So, which golf course is it on?
It'll be in Solantem. For starting the 11th, the tournament, we've got the opening on the 12th. We've got then the first day of golf. We have the warm up session. Then we've got the 2 days of championship, which is Friday and Saturday, and in the middle we're having a handbike tour. So whoever wants to can go on the handbikes. We're going to go around Arenal. We're going to do a bit of hand cycling to know a little bit about the island. We'll have a gourmet excursion as well, where they're going to try different things about Mallorca with one of our instructors. And on Sunday they're back off again. Whoever wants to be. Others might want to stay here for a while.
And you got 100 people coming?
We've got 100 people, yeah. It's going to be...
100 people competing or 100 people...
100 people coming. It's about, I think it's 60 people competing.
That's a lot.
It is. Yeah, but as I said, it's
That's
part of the...
That's a full day.
It is. It's, yep. We've
So
got the
do you
golf
do
course.
the, what's it called, the shotgun start, the thing?
Yeah.
How do you do it? We all start on a different hole and the bang, 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 and everyone starts.
Well, last year's, no, we've done it one after the other. They come out in different flights. Okay, so we get one group and then another, and we go all the way around. Sometimes people think that being in a wheelchair might make the golf course go very slowly. But as a matter of fact, it doesn't, because with these wheelchairs, you can actually move at the speed of a buggy. So it doesn't necessarily make it. And they're obviously taking very good care of the green and the grass. Okay, because they're wide wheels and people are prepared.
Tyre marks everywhere. You're not going to be very popular with the grounds people,
but
are you?
No, it's fairly simple. All you can't do is just twist around in the green.
Yeah,
You
no
just have
wheelies.
Exactly, no, just move on forward and turn very lightly.
And where do you put your golf clubs? Can you clip them on your
On the side,
chair?
yeah.
And off you go?
Yep.
So you've got your own golf buggy?
Oh, yeah, it's exactly that.
They're probably quite pleased because you're not running down their batteries then.
Yep. No, it's a very well thought out machine. As a matter of fact, we've now in the foundation we're changing. We just changed about a year ago. We got a change in the management team, and a person called Jonas Nachtwey. He's the new manager. He's from Germany, and he's the son of the inventor of the machine, which is Christian.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
And so he's very involved in golf, and he's very involved with disabilities. It has been all his life because his father, Christian, is in a wheelchair. And he's taking good care of everything, really promoting and doing a very good job.
Fab. So can people, is it like entries closed now, or can people come along to watch?
Yeah, they can come, anyone can come to watch. As I said, we got the opening ceremony on the 12th. The 13th is the guided bike tour. And then on Friday is where the tournament, Friday and Saturday. And they can, of course, come along at any time. And they'll see the wheelchairs, they'll see all the people there. It's going to be quite a lot of fun.
It's kind of inspiring as well, I think, for anybody who's feeling a bit low, who's had something like in some way restricting their mobility, to see people just going, okay, let's go and play golf. You know, like, I think it's good that you even you know, 20, how many years ago now is it you had your accident? 22?
What you said? 25? Well, 26.
So,
26 years ago.
I mean, like, straight after, you may not have thought, oh, I'm going to lead a foundation, you know,
No, obviously
showing people what I can do, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good to give other people motivation, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the main ideas, is for people who have a disability, who don't know they can do lots of things the same way I didn't. I didn't know I could go diving. I didn't know I could go blow karting or playing golf. But as soon as I talked to this guy who introduced me to scuba diving, I thought, well, there's many things. So I went over to Germany to this special disability fair, and, you know, just to find out exactly what we could do.
Yeah.
And that's where I found out about the golf, and that's where I found out about all the sports and all the different equipment we have. You know, so
what haven't you done yet that you want to have a go at?
Parapente.
What's that?
It's like a parapente. It's like a parachute that takes off from land.
Oh.
You know the ones.
Paragliding.
Paragliding, I think it's called. Yeah. No, I haven't tried that. I'd love to. I don't think my wife is too happy about that.
I don't know. Don't know Clara would be thrilled. It's like, where's my husband? He's up there somewhere. He's in a tree.
Yeah.
He's having a lovely day.
No, I've had to try a couple of things, you know, because for promotion, for example, we had to do in Palma Aquarium, for example, we had to go to do some promotion because they also helped us with one of the events they have every year. And so I had to go diving with the sharks there.
I've done that.
It's
done that.
Fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it really is, but kind of crazy at the same time. Like it feels like you're in a roundabout of fish, doesn't it? Like when you're actually in it, the fish they don't stop swimming. They don't like turn around and look at you. They just keep going. Yeah,
the thing is,
crazy.
As soon as I went in the first time, well, first and only time, I saw the shark. It was, you know, suddenly, as soon as I got in, I went on top of a rock, and the shark started heading straight towards me, looking at me. I thought, Christ, he smelled something funny about me, and he's coming for me. But obviously, that's the way they look.
Lunch.
Yeah. That's what they look like, and that's the way they look at things.
Yeah.
And it just went by. They tell you, okay, just if a shark comes along, stay still. It's like a bus. You know, don't try getting in front, even if you have the right of way.
Yeah, just let it pass.
Yeah. So anyway, I've done quite a few things, and still have a few.
And if anybody wants to kind of be in touch with you about maybe some advice about coming to do sports on the island, how could they be in touch with Handisport?
Oh, through the webpage or social media, that would be the easiest way. It's Handisport Mallorca. You look it up on Google and just get in touch with us, and we'll help you out with whatever you need. We give it some advice on hotels, restaurants. If you want to do some tours, we can also organize some tours. We've got people coming over on cruise ships where they come here in the morning and they leave in the afternoon, and so, you know, they want to find out a different way of seeing Mallorca. I mean, coming over here and coming to the cathedral and going to the castle and things like that is one way. Going up to Garazzo Mountain is another one, you know, or going blow karting, or maybe even going sailing. That's also a possibility. So all you have to do is just get in touch with us, and we'll work something out with you.
The world is your oyster, as they say.
Yep.
Don't they? Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Rafa, so much for coming in and chatting to me. So nice to see you again.
Very nice to see you too, Vicky.
And good luck with the golf.
Thank you very much.
I was just wondering about all these sponsors down here. Should we mention them or say anything about these logos I see on this bit of paper?
Yeah,
Do we need to give them a name check?
Well, we can, yeah. That'd be great.
Who are the important people on your bit of paper there?
Well, especially the Fundación, for example, the Ayuntamiento de Mayor are helping a lot. Then obviously the company which is involved in the para golfer, which is called Para Base Tech, there's also helping out. Colegio Agora are also helping out. They're bringing the choir. No, not the choir. They're bringing the orchestra. They help us out every year.
They bring the entertainment.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
No, especially for the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ed Golf, obviously. We've got Golf Sonantem, Hipotels, the Ayuntamiento de Calviá, which helps us with the location, Ayuntamiento de Mayor, Stricker, the federation as well, the Federación Española de Golf, Balear de Golf, sorry. And, quite a few others. And anyone who's interested, of course, can also come in and give a hand.
And if anybody wants to sponsor the next one,
Yep.
get themselves involved with some very cool work that has been done to try to make Mallorca more accessible.
Yep. Please,
And opening the floodgates, because we need cool tourists, not
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
not any old tourist.
No. We're always there for anyone, and we've even got elderly people who also want to come and have things a little bit more comfortable for them. So we take them out as well. So we need all sorts of tourism. This is one where we can, as a matter of fact, even from the financial point of view, people with disabilities usually spend more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they, just in case, they say, okay, I'm not quite sure, I better get a better room, a more expensive room, just in case it's more accessible for me, just in case it isn't.
Yeah.
And it's usually, they usually spend a little bit longer, and they don't usually come along. That's alone.
No.
And
Hard to travel on your own.
For some people, it is. But for example, if there's a group of people of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, the destination they're going to choose is usually one that's accessible. So it also attracts people to the island. So anyway,
In our group, Mallorca, we have a Facebook group with 125,000 people in it now.
wow.
I know, go us. In that group, we often get people asking about accessibility, specifically wheelchair accessibility, specifically for people who are older. And everyone always says Palma Nova.
Palma Nova is very good.
I'm going to also add in Alcudia, also good.
Yeah.
Alcudia has accessible beaches because they make those, they put the wood down so you can roll down to the beach edge. They have a platform where you can leave your chair, you can transfer into another chair and go in the water.
Yep. As a matter of fact, we did the accessibility plan for Alcudia.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That'll be why it's so good.
And so we made the ramps. They even put in some special accessible showers, for people where they could go to the beach. We did all the center, the city center of Alcudia. We got all the signing in Braille. We made some itineraries to show what the accessibility was like. They made a really very good effort, especially in Alcudia. And we did some promotion with them in Europe. We went over there with them to help them out. Same thing with Calviá, Llucmajor. So those are the main places where we usually work at.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I noticed. So anyway, thank you very much for coming in. And,
Thank you very much, Vicky.
What's the website?
Handisportmallorca.org.
.org.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the guy who won the tournament, from the pictures I can see, because the tournament happened at the weekend, he has one leg.
I don't know very much about golf, but one leg might make it quite difficult.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
I think it's quite difficult anyway if you've got two.
Yeah,
But,
from the pictures I could see he has definitely one. It was a monopod.
he must have fallen over a lot while he was learning to do it.
Maybe so, I don't know.
Oh,
But
well done.
Yeah, impressive.
Anyway, so Rafa is quite the guy and
And
quite the organisation.
they actually met somebody who's a wheelchair user last week in the gym who's started to train at our gym. And I told him about Fundació Handisport, and he didn't know anything about it. So it's important to spread the word.
Certainly is, yeah. So what else is going on? We've got, we mentioned before, Christmas lights coming
There's
on.
a lot of Christmas stuff happening
It is
happening now.
sort of
Everyone's sending in requests for events and things and filling in the calendar. So I know, for example, this weekend on the 22nd, Christmas lights in Palma go on, but normally they go on, the big deal is on the Borne, but they've relocated it to Plaza España, I guess because it might be a bigger space.
It's exactly that. It's because it's an even bigger deal. They had 20,000 people trying to squash onto the Bourne last year, which is too many, frankly, isn't it? So they've decided to move to Plaza España. It's going to be at, hang on a minute, I've got it all written down here, on this coming Saturday from 7 p.m. They brought it a bit earlier as well than they have done previously, so people can take their kids along, realise that kids quite like Christmas.
Kids
Turns
love
out,
Christmas.
Breaking news, isn't it?
And also, like, they kind of sort of connect it, obviously, to Christmas shopping, so it's a great boost for all the shops in Palma as well.
There's going to be a 35-minute Dance of the Stars bit before they switch it on, an official countdown.
35 minutes might be a bit too long. 5-minute dance.
LED lights, snow effects, and projected images with a soundtrack, according to a bit here in the Daily Bulletin.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's quite a big deal. Palma, I have to say, is pretty gorgeous. It does a really beautiful job. It's a beautiful city anyway, but they do a really nice job with mostly tasteful stuff, although I'm not sure about the lighting up Death Star. The Christmas Death Star seems a bit
Christmas,
big, doesn't it?
that's like the complicated thing, is that some of it is really tasteful and lovely, and all golden and twinkly, and then somebody somewhere has bought like some bright blue, bright white lights and think we'll just stick them in the corner. It's like, no, it completely wrecks the ambience.
This year there's a giant Christmas bauble. There's probably, like the size of a sort of 3-story building that you can walk inside, and it does look like a Death Star.
It's quite funny.
Nothing
to take
more
a picture
Christmassy
in
than
there.
a Death Star.
No. Yo ho ho.
I do quite like it though. But yeah,
Yeah.
And on a more traditional note, they have things called Belens. Lots of public
lovely.
buildings and shops and churches and government buildings have a nativity scene, and they obviously compete who has the best one. There's
some really good ones.
They are traditional nativity scenes with a Mallorcan twist on it, aren't there? There's lots of people with baggy stripy trousers, which is the sort of traditional dress here, and animated bits, and it's lovely, isn't it?
You know, the thing I like is like, the baby Jesus isn't going to be in the crib until the 24th, for example. And then when he's born, they start moving the three kings figurines closer and closer to the stable. Yeah, it's so cute.
It's good, and it actually becomes. There's lots of good reasons to follow your nose around Palma, but either you're tapas touring or night of arting or that kind of stuff.
A Belen tour would be good.
The Belen tour at Christmas is actually really nice.
We do one of those on Christmas Eve.
We do, and obviously you tend to get past quite a lot of bars as well, so you can combine the two.
Actually, I think thinking about it, we better start earlier because you've got my mum and your mum and dad coming, and it's going to take a while.
It will take a while.
And I was thinking I'll probably need to get
start now.
Borrow a wheelchair off someone to push my mother around. Hey, tomorrow night we are going to be going on a food tour. Actually,
yes,
we're invited to go.
Very much looking forward to that.
On the Food Tour Balearic Palma Old Town Tour. They asked us to go, and so we can review it.
And who are we to turn them down?
Well, and then Michelle is going to come in and do an interview the next day. Actually, so, it's all fresh.
Oh, it's great. Actually.
Yeah, so that
just to
we
tee
can
that
ask
up.
her. Yeah,
it's a kind of not self-guided tapas tour. It's you have an app that they provide for you, and it gives you a kind of prepaid. You pay in advance, and you go to, I think it's 4, isn't it? Restaurants where they're already, your reservation is already confirmed. And you go in for a drink and a speciality dish, and then it moves you on to the next one. And it's usually a sort of early evening, so it's kind of it's between lunch and dinner.
5
really.
o'clock we're starting.
Yeah.
5 until 9.
And it's great, and you follow the app so that you're having a tapas tour from a local, but the local is guiding you through your phone.
It's not
a
so
really
much
good idea.
tapas actually. It's
No,
like
it's proper
interesting
meals, isn't it?
restaurants.
Yeah, and places that even as residents you might not know about, because there are quite a lot of places.
Last time we did it, we went to 4 brand new restaurants we'd never been in.
We went to one of them
that
we've
I've been
meaning
to a lot.
Yeah, well, one of them meaning
since.
to go in forever. I never quite got round to it. The tour took us there, and we've been back about 5 times since then.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a great promotion for the restaurant, but also it's a great way of trying places out without like fully committing yourself. You know
Tell
what
you
I
what,
mean?
it's probably a fantastic way to round off a Christmas shopping trip, isn't it? So if you've been in Palma,
maybe
spending your money, and then and go and take your tapas tour, or your food tour before you go home.
depends on how fit you are, really, because it is you have to,
And how heavy your shopping is.
Yeah, so maybe like plan a bit.
Or buy light presents.
Or just
give money.
You know what? Actually, the actual tour is a good Christmas present.
It is, isn't it?
I think they do vouchers. I'll find out. But yeah, so and we have a discount code for listeners and for people who use the Mallorca Facebook group. So we'll stick it in. Yeah, we'll stick it in the show notes if you're interested to find out more.
Excuse me.
And what else is happening? People have started to tell me about like carol services and also there's so much happening in November and December. It gets a bit overwhelming. So like I know that there's the Christmas carols in Capdea again, like the place we were yesterday, but that's happening on the 19th of December, which is for charity. There's all kinds of parties that we're going to. Ma Maison has invited us along for their 14th anniversary, so happy anniversary, Selwa. Lots of things are happening. Concerts. There's going to be what is it called? The Swedish Santa Lucia. That's really a big deal as well. I went last year with, I don't remember who came with, Trudy, and it was a really...
Security's kicking off.
What is wrong with the dog?
We have a dog.
Well, yes, but he shouldn't, I don't know why he's so angry. Hold on. Bertie! Bert! He's been quiet now. He's been very bored today because he's been in the office a long time, so maybe he just woke up and surprised himself.
He could be bored at home instead, though. He's bored in the office.
I know, but he also really badly needs a bath. So it's very distracting having him around because he's a bit stinky.
Anyway, so we'll keep you updated with Christmas events as and when
so much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to collate it all into a newsletter because there's so much to say. We didn't do a newsletter for a couple of months actually because of making the website, which is live now. But again, I'm not sending anybody there yet because it's not finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously there's Christmas and then Three Kings and then all the fiestas in January. So, I mean, actually, honestly, it's probably the busiest couple of months of the year, isn't it?
From a local perspective.
Month. I suppose if you take everything from about sort of mid-December to about mid-January, it's the busiest time of the year for events anyway, isn't it? And the fiestas in Palma.
Yeah. From a local's perspective, it's very busy.
So stay tuned to the Facebook group and sign up for your newsletter and listen to us here. We'll tell you about what you can go and
and also lots of people are asking me where they can go for Christmas lunch on the actual 25th. And there are a few places. So if you want to know, then sign up for the newsletter and we will send those out to you
and
soon.
Book up quickly.
Yeah. But I know there's a few places that have kind of like decided to do it. So... Not just your usual suspects either. Some cool new places.
Meanwhile, the Royal Navy has visited Palma this morning.
How is that to do with Christmas?
It's not. It's to do with Palma.
Oh, okay.
You know, we would. It's just a little parish notice, really. We had the USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier.
Yeah, that scary ass thing that was in the bay for a while.
It was 5,500
Terrifying
people
looking.
2 nuclear reactors. A slightly more modest HMS Richmond has arrived this morning.
That's a UK one.
It is a British one from the Royal Navy. It's got 250 people on it, so it's like the size of the tender.
Bit more friendly.
Well, it's got guns.
Oh.
It's
What's it doing here?
It is, and again, I'm reading this from the Daily Bulletin's website. The editor, Jason, is a big fan of military ships.
He loves a boat.
He does, doesn't he? I'll read it from the thing. It arrived in Port Palma this morning for a courtesy visit after a long deployment to the Pacific and Indian Ocean. So it's on the way back from there. She forms part of the Royal Navy Task Force led by the aircraft carrier, the HMS Prince of Wales. That's not the one that's just lost its title, is it?
I hope not. That's Prince William, is it not? Prince of Wales?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, the heir to the throne. So anyway, they're here for a bit of R&R. They'll be, unlike their American compadres, they might be a bit disappointed if they go to Magaluf because it's sort of shut.
Shut now.
Shut and
There's
raining.
no need to go to Magaluf. There's lots to do in Palma anyway.
There's only 250 of them. They could get Deliveroo. Maybe.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, anyway, so and who have we got coming up next? We've got some more interviews lined up to release.
Loads.
But we can't quite remember which.
I can't remember them all, but there's loads. I'm doing 2 this week. Doing Michelle from the Food Tours, and I'm speaking to Tara Huber as well this week, and she is from another podcast that is made here called Daya Unpacked.
Very good. And you've been a star of that very podcast.
I wouldn't say star.
You were on it.
I was on it.
Perfect.
So it's like a return visit.
Any other business, or should we conclude there?
I think that's it now.
Yeah. So all the links you need to know are wherever you found the podcast. Have a link below. You can have a look at Handisport's website too, and share it. Actually, if you know someone who might take advantage of them, as you mentioned before, there's people who would probably benefit from it who possibly don't know it exists.
Bunch of people, not just people who were permanently disabled either. There's lots of people out there who need accessible stuff, accessible hotel rooms, for now and again. Or it's not just one sort of person. It's lots of us that need it. So I think it's really important.
Certainly is. Anyway, so thanks to Rafa for coming to join us, and thanks to you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Ta-ra.
Hey, thanks for listening. Listen, we need your help. If you don't mind, would you please subscribe wherever you got this podcast? You can find it in most places, Spotify, iTunes, all the rest of them. Just click subscribe, and if you get a chance to leave us a review and you'd like to leave us a good one, we won't stand in your way. And something for you. If you'd like to get our monthly newsletter, then visit our website. That's Mallorca-Mallorca.es. That's Mallorca with a J, -Mallorca-ES. And follow the link there. And if you'd like to ask us a question, send us a DM to our Facebook or Instagram channels. And wherever you get your podcasts, if you see the show notes, you'll see the links for everything you need. Thanks for listening. See you next time.